So we continue with our revision. So this is a 2023 paper. So the first question which we covered or we did was HRMPEB hotels. So this one we covered. So the first question has A, B, C and D. So having done that, now we go to question 2. So question 2 is in section B. So here you are, most of the time you'll be required to answer any 3 questions, but in our case, as always, this is revision, so we do all the questions. So question number 2A, here you are told to justify the application of resource-based view theory when it comes to strategic planning. So according to this view, the resource-based view theory when it comes to strategic planning, so this one is highly applicable in strategic planning for the following reason. Also in justifying, you just have to give the reasons. And the first one is it focuses on internal strength. So resource-based view theory emphasizes that for a firm to be, or an organization to be competitive, talk about competitive edge or advantage, then that one comes from its unique internal resources and capabilities rather than external market conditions. So what happens outside does not have any influence when it comes to the organization being able to compete or to outcompete others. And the second reason is a sustainable competitive advantage. So also here the theory, it suggests that for resources to provide a sustainable competitive advantage, first they must be valuable, they must be rare, immutable, and also substitutable, not easy for you or not being able to be substituted. We call that one VRN. So strategic planning using a resource-based view focuses on developing and protecting these resources. So we talk about being valuable, being rare, immutable, not easily imitated, and also talk about not being able to be substituted. And then another reason is differentiation. Here, by concentrating on unique internal assets, a resource-based view helps organizations differentiate themselves from competitors, leading to distinct market offering and positioning. So that is another reason. So you'll be able to have a distinct market offering according to the theory. And then another one is a long-term orientation. So strategic planning informed by the resource-based view encourages long-term perspective, e.g. developing immutable resources and capabilities often require significant time and investment. And then another reason is strategic resource allocation. So also RBV, or the resource-based view, it guides or plays a role in decisions. For example, on where to allocate resources, prioritizing investments in areas that will enhance or create VRIN, what we have already discussed characteristics. Then another reason is internal analysis importance. So also resource-based view, it underscores the critical importance of rigorous internal analysis to identify core competences and resources that are difficult for the competitors to replicate. Another one is a human capital emphasis. So in service-oriented industries, so when we talk about service industry, a good example is the hospitality industry. So resource-based, if you highlight the significance of human capital, you talk about human capital here, you talk about the employees, what they offer to the organization. So they highlight, or the theory highlights the significance of human capital. So in an organization, we say that human resources are the most strategic resources in the organization. That is why we say here they are considered to be valuable. So it is the most valued asset in any organization, and it is inimitable resource. So in our case, KTH, for example, success being attributed to its robust and strategic approach to human resource management and its employees being its most valued asset aligns with this. Yeah. So in an organization, for the organization to be competitive, to do well, then human resource or human capital should be seen as the most strategic resource in the organization. That is why we must manage these resources coherently and strategically. Now we proceed to B. So question 2B. Here, analyze the key elements of internal business environment. So the key elements of an internal business, for any business, a good example is the KTH. We will analyze the following. First, so the first element, we have human resources. So human resources are the employees of the organization. So here when we talk about resources, you talk about what they offer: skills, knowledge, experience, motivation, culture, and demographics of the workforce. So we saw that KTH recognizes its employees as the most valued assets and attributes its success to human resource management. And then another element is organizational structure. So when we talk about organization structure, you talk about the hierarchy, departments within the organization, reporting lines, communication channels within the company. You talk about hierarchy, chains of command, departments, communication, and among others. So that is also another component or element of a business, internal business environment. And then another one is organizational culture. So each and every organization has its culture that is distinct, or which distinguishes it from other organizations. So organization culture is the face of the organization. So here we talk about the shared values, beliefs, norms, practices that influence how employees interact and perform. So here also what we saw in KTH, there's what we call KTH, where I saw that one in the first question. So there's learning strategy, which aims to help new employees embrace its culture and value. So that is socialization. So each and every time employees are recruited, then they go through the socialization, what we call KTH, so that they embrace the culture and become part of that organization. And then physical resources. So these are tangible resources. For example, facilities, equipment, technology, and property. So another element is financial resources. We talk about the financial health of the organization, e.g. capital, cash flow, profitability, and also the organization's ability to access financial resources, or what we call funding. So another component or element is technological capabilities. So the company's access to effective use of technology in its operation and strategic initiatives. Reputation and branding is another element. So here we talk about the perception of the company in the market and among its stakeholders. So the image of the company outside, is it positive or negative? So we saw KTH has earned a reputation as one of the leading hotel brands in the region and receiving numerous awards, so meaning the image is positive. And then another one is a management philosophy and leadership. So here you talk about the vision, values, decision making, styles of top management. So in our case we saw Mr. Bruno. So Mr. Bruno is the CEO of KTH. So according to Mr. Bruno, success is attributed to a robust human resource approach. And we also have Mr. Kimball, the HR director of the same organization. So he believes in high commitment management. So that is a management philosophy, an example of management philosophy and leadership. And then the last one, according to my content here, the last point or element is the process and systems. So the operational procedures, quality control systems, performance management systems, and other internal processes that govern how work is done. So also we saw KTH has a robust performance management system. So that one is also another component of an internal organization, internal environment. Yeah, so that is question 2.
So if you like this video, you can always enroll with us. You'll be able to access more of these revision sessions. And also you'll be able to find well done lectures or pre-recorded videos for all the KASNEB courses as well as CHRP. And in case of anything, you can always reach us out. We have our contact details on the screen. Feel free to call, feel free to WhatsApp anytime. So thank you, and let's meet in our next session.